And ready, set, go. All right, so this is the one where we're gonna make this next big leap. And right now we have this nice little function here that's running. We're calling it. Make sure you save it if you haven't saved it at this point. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make a whole new function. And we're going to add in a comment down here just to kind of space this out. Comments are one way to do a comment is to put a number sign, a pound sign, hashtag, and then from that little point we can say this is the beginning of the game, or we should say this is where the game starts. And this is not just where it starts, but this is where we start calling the different pieces of the game. So it makes it clear that down here is the place where all of it begins. And we wanted to keep that one at the very bottom of our code. So that's why I've kind of like spaced it out a little bit there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another kind of, let me add another pound sign, hashtag, number sign, whatever you want to call it, to give me a little bit of space here so I can see that as I go through and this code gets bigger, it's nice to have these comments in between that can kind of divide things. So let's add this one in here, and I'm going to define what the jungle is. Define jungle. And then inside the jungle, this is where I can take and basically steal for myself. So is it stealing? Borrow to loan to myself? I'm going to, inside of there, put this entire function. Now, if you see that it's complaining about anything at this point, you can easily, you can see here, the while loop is at the same indentation level. And this is where you're probably, everybody ends up having a hiccup in Python. Oops, sorry, I'm bumping the mic. But you want your while loop to be to the left. So this is inside of here, and then everything else is inside of the while loop. So if I were to check this out right now and run it, I shouldn't have any errors. But I also am not calling the jungle function. And that's something we want to do once somebody chooses the jungle as the option. So copying all of this just the way it is really kind of copying a lot of text. But let me take this little piece out. And I'm going to now edit this jungle function to have all the descriptors and things I want. So I'm going to tell the rest of the story, and I'm going to say, do you, and then here I'm going to change this. You wake up on the beach. Instead of waking up on the beach, you have arrived in the jungle. You see a big snake. Do you fight? Oh, I'll put them in caps. Do you fight or run? So here I've got my question that's going to, or not my question yet, but I should put the question, excuse me. You see a big, let's make it huge, huge snake. Do you fight or run? And now I just need to update my answers. So do I want a fight or do I want it to be run? So now these are things that they can actually choose. I don't think I need a third option here. So I can take that one out. But now I just need to change what my choices are when this happens, or what my output is when this happens. So print you got bitten and died. Sorry. So that'll give us a quick way to like end this story. And then if I were to go ahead and look at the run section, I could easily just tell it to run as fast as you run, as fast as you can. And then right after that, what I can tell it to do is I can tell it, because it's a command, to go to the start game. So every time that you try to, oops, wow, just tapped all over the place. start game. So here I've used this as a command, and this is the important way we're going to get from location to location or site to site. Here it says, if the answer is run, you run as fast as you can, and then you end up waking back up here on the beach again at the start. So let me run this and make sure it does what I think it should do. So I'm going to click run. I'm going to kind of zoom in over here. I'm going to tell it to go to, I'm going to right on the wrong side. Click over here to start. Jungle. It says I'm in the jungle, and then it ran it again. So I did something wrong. Let me check that one more time. Jungle. Since jungle head. All right. So what I did is I made it so I could get back to the beach, but I never made it so that I could go to the jungle. So that same command here for the jungle is one that I need to do. And you're going to be probably sorting these out as you do each of them. And I can say, welcome to the jungle, baby. And then I can here type in the command to run the jungle function. Just jungle, no punctuation after it. Jungle with the open close parentheses. Let's try that one more time. We start the game. We want to go to the jungle. I don't want to. I want to click over here first. Jungle. Welcome to the jungle. You arrived in the jungle. You see a snake. Do you fight or run? Yay! All right, I'm going to run. You run as fast as you can. You wake up on the beach, you don't know where you are, and you've looped yourself right back around at this point. So keep that in mind, like as you're starting to do it. Now I've got a flow where I've got it, wake up on the beach, I can go to the jungle, and that's all because I'm now calling, it's called calling, these functions. I'm invoking the function or calling the function. When the answer is jungle, it's doing the jungle, and it jumps to this function, and then it gives me the text, and it asks me the questions inside of that function. We'll cover that one more time as we build this out just a little bit more, and then you can get feedback from all of your peers.